Ever wonder why we knock on wood, or avoid walking under ladders? These aren't just silly habits. What if I told you these everyday superstitions hold surprising secrets about human nature and our past? You think superstitions are just for the uneducated or the overly anxious? Think again, because we're diving deep into the hidden psychology and fascinating history that keeps even the most rational among us performing these ancient rituals. Before you dismiss that broken mirror or black cat, consider this: what if the very superstitions you scoff at are actually packed with profound wisdom? And prepare to have your mind blown as we uncover the unexpected insights lurking in the most common beliefs. Superstitions may look childish from the outside, but inside every ritual lies an ancient attempt to understand the world before science existed. Long before psychology textbooks and therapists, humans used stories and signs to make sense of fear, danger, and fate. Superstitions were the earliest human survival tools because when life felt uncontrollable, people created rituals to feel safer. Even today we still use tiny habits to soothe our minds, proving superstition never really left, it just changed shape. Humans are pattern-seeking creatures, and when life feels random we invent patterns to feel less alone. Superstitions are not stupidity, they are emotional intelligence from a time when emotions were our only guide. Superstitions survive because rituals help the human brain handle uncertainty, and even small actions can reduce stress dramatically. Studies show that rituals lower anxiety by giving the brain a predictable pattern to follow, which makes us feel safer in unpredictable situations. This explains why athletes repeat the same actions before games and why students use lucky routines before exams. They're building mental stability. Superstitions aren't really about magic, they're about managing emotions, and the brain loves anything that creates structure and meaning. The wisdom here is that rituals help us stay grounded, and even irrational habits can make us feel strong when life feels uncertain. The black cat superstition didn't start with bad luck, but with fear of the unknown and society's long struggle with darkness. In many cultures, darkness symbolized mystery, so anything dark-colored felt unpredictable or spiritually powerful. Ironically, in Egypt, black cats were symbols of protection and wealth, showing how one belief can be both lucky and unlucky depending on where you stand. The real wisdom behind the black cat myth is that fear is usually a cultural story, not an actual threat. This superstition teaches us that we must challenge myths that tell us to fear things for no logical reason. The belief that a broken mirror causes 7 years of bad luck is actually a deep lesson about identity and personal reflection. Hundreds of years ago, mirrors were rare, expensive items, believed to hold pieces of your soul inside their glass. Breaking one felt like damaging your spiritual connection and losing alignment with your inner self. Today, our reaction to broken mirrors is less spiritual, but we still fear losing control over how we see ourselves. The wisdom in this superstition is powerful. Take care of your self-image, because a fractured identity creates struggle in your life. Spilling salt is said to bring bad luck, but this superstition carries a hidden message about awareness and responsibility. Salt was once more valuable than gold, which meant wasting it was a serious mistake that could weaken a family's survival. Throwing a pinch of spilled salt over your left shoulder originally symbolized undoing a careless action with a mindful one. The deeper wisdom is simple: when you make a mistake, you should balance it with a conscious corrective action. This superstition quietly teaches accountability. which is one of the rarest forms of wisdom today. The fear of the number 13 is one of the world's most persistent superstitions, and it teaches us how easily society can shape fear. Some cultures believed 12 was the perfect number representing harmony, so 13 became the symbol of breaking balance. The superstition grew stronger when stories and religions turned 13 into a symbol of disruption and unexpected change. The hidden wisdom behind this fear is that humans dislike uncertainty, and anything beyond the pattern feels threatening. This superstition teaches that unfamiliar things feel dangerous only until we understand them better. Wishing at 11:11 is one of the most modern superstitions, showing that even in a digital world humans still chase meaning. People like 11:11 because the symmetry feels magical, and reminds us that the universe might be listening. This ritual survives because humans crave small moments where they can pause and reconnect with their desires. The wisdom is that intentional wishes create clarity, helping us identify what we truly want in life. Superstitions like this show that hope doesn't need logic, it only needs a moment of honesty with yourself. Wishing on a shooting star may sound magical, but the truth behind it is a lesson in seizing rare opportunities. Ancient people believed falling stars were messages from the heavens, meaning you had a brief moment to speak your desire. The wisdom hidden here is that rare moments demand immediate courage, because hesitation makes them disappear. This superstition teaches us to act when the moment arrives, instead of waiting for perfect timing. It reminds us that life's biggest chances often appear suddenly, and vanish just as fast. Step on a crack, break your mother's back may sound childish, but its hidden lesson is about care and conscious movement. This rhyme began as a warning to avoid broken or unstable paths in old streets and villages. It taught children to walk carefully and respect the ground they traveled on every day. The superstition survived because it trains the mind to focus on where you step, rather than rushing blindly. It teaches mindfulness in motion, showing that awareness prevents accidents and protects those we love. When we look closely, superstitions aren't signs of weakness, they're signs that humans constantly search for meaning, safety, and connection. They reveal how our ancestors tried to understand a world full of danger using stories, rituals, and symbols that helped them survive. Modern people aren't so different. We still use habits and beliefs to calm our minds, boost confidence, and create a sense of control. Superstitions carry unexpected wisdom because they blend history, psychology, and human emotion into practices that quietly influence our lives. In everyday superstitions, from black cats to knocking on wood, we find hidden lessons about fear, identity, hope, and the human need for comfort. Each superstition holds a piece of our history, reminding us that humans have always tried to understand the unknown with creativity and imagination. The real magic isn't in the superstition itself but in the human mind that created it, searching endlessly for meaning and connection. If this journey into the wisdom of everyday superstitions opened your eyes, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the Wisdom Tooth, and share this with someone who loves uncovering hidden truths.